Thank you for the invitation, Laura. And nice to meet my fellow panel members and to meet John McTurnan, also from Scotland. I think it's a long time since there's been two people from Scotland on a platform in Georgia. And I would like to begin, I'm going to be very brief, and I'd like to begin really by paying tribute to the contribution that the Government of Sweden and SIDA have made over these 8 years working with NDI and CRRC. And I mean, I think you don't need to look any further than the most recent NDI CRRC poll, where the positive attitude that was recorded of people towards the October 2016 elections was very, very high indeed. And when you talk, Martina, about building trust in the political system, I think that's the evidence that you're looking for. So pay tribute to the Government of Sweden. We are, as a Government of the United Kingdom, are very happy to be taking over from the Government of Sweden. We are in the final stages of confirming our agreement with NDI that we will take over the role of supporting political polling in Georgia, and alongside our support for political polling, support for new and women members of Parliament. It's work that we're very pleased to be supporting in Georgia, and we hope it will be a contribution to the further consolidation of democratic processes in this country. Briefly about this conference, the title looks at bridging policies and needs, and I think that's an interesting challenge. How can opinion polling help with this? There's a lot of people here who are much more expert in that subject than I am, but I mean, broadly I see four areas. First and foremost, I think it's about a clearer understanding of the priorities of a population or different constituents. Secondly, once you've got that understanding, helping with the targeting of interventions. And then third and fourth, about policies, developing clearer policies and developing more responsive policies as well. Those are four suggestions as to the values of opinion polling. It's also important, I think, to remind ourselves what opinion polls or opinion polling is not. And coming from the UK, where not just with the Brexit referendum, but also with the Scottish referendum, we have been heavily immersed in opinion polling over the last 3 or 4 years. I think we have learned that opinion polls are not predictions. They are definitely not predictions. NDI's polls here in Georgia and elsewhere are not intended to be predictions. They are a snapshot, an image of the views of the population at a particular moment in time. Let me finish with a quotation from George Gallup, the founder of the Gallup poll, who said that polling is merely an instrument for gauging public opinion. When a president or any other leader pays attention to poll results, he is in effect paying attention to the views of the people. Well, that's not a bad reason for continuing to support opinion polling, both here in Georgia and elsewhere. I wish every success for this conference. Thank you very much. Didi Madloba.